We're very happy to talk this morning with Rheanna Toy, a certified registered nurse practitioner, CRNP, and particularly happy to have her here because we're talking about the Center for Wound Healing and Hyperbaric Medicine at IRMC. Our conversation is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. She's a Penns Manor girl. Good morning.
Good morning, Todd. It's nice to be here.
Good to have you with us here today. Why don't you
Thank you.
grab that microphone and just pull it up a little bit so you don't have to bend over there.
There we go.
There we go, indeed. The Center for Wound Healing and Hyperbaric Medicine. You know, this is for our area and maybe for most of Western Pennsylvania, it's really a unique facility, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You don't have these at other hospitals.
No, we are one of the only regional hospitals that has hyperbaric oxygen. Mm-hmm. And then our wound center, you know, we see patients from all around. We have people that come from Johnstown, Altoona, close to Pittsburgh, Monroeville.
Yeah. Wound healing is a particularly difficult thing for some people.
Yes.
There are people who have great problems in healing what for others might be a simple cut or a laceration of some sort, an abrasion even.
Right.
These things that they just can't heal. Who are those people? I know that diabetes is one thing that we think of.
Yes, yeah. Diabetes is one of our biggest patient populations. We also see a lot of patients that have vascular issues. We see just about everybody. Elderly patients that come in with pressure injuries or bed sores. So, you know, the elder population, that kind of makes you more, makes it a little bit harder to heal your wounds and everything.
And people with nerve problems that sometimes aren't aware even that they have a problem, all of a sudden it becomes a real problem for them.
Right. So that goes along a lot with our diabetes. So you have a lot of patients that have diabetic neuropathy, which makes their feet a big issue. Yeah. So we do see a lot of diabetic patients with foot wounds that we deal with.
Yeah. Now, how do people come to you? Are they referred by a physician or can they just come in?
Both, actually. So we do get a lot of our patients referred to us by a primary care physician, from the ER if they were seen there, from the urgent care centers, and then also we do have patients that can call in and just, you know, make a new patient appointment and we see them.
Tell me about hyperbaric medicine because that's a really exciting area.
Sure, yes, it is. So our hyperbaric oxygen, we currently have 2 chambers. We hope to expand that in the future. And during a treatment, the patient, it's a controlled environment, and we increase the atmospheric pressure so that they can receive 100% oxygen. That way, you know, the oxygen is carried throughout the body and can go to in our case, the wounds that are starved for oxygen. So it helps increase their healing rate, speed up the process a little bit.
Yeah. Oxygen is a key part of healing.
It is, yes.
Yeah. How come? What does it do?
You know, it aids in the healing process. Those tissues, whenever they're injured, are starved for the oxygen. So we have to increase that oxygen in the area so then it helps aid in the process.
Yeah. I bet you there are people that walk out of there after they complete a treatment protocol that it might take a while, but I bet you people walk out of there and say, boy, I wish I'd have known this place existed for a long time.
Yep. And I think that's true. You know, I don't think a lot of people know where we are, our services, how we can help them, and everything like that. So it's good to get the word out.
Yeah. So somebody has a laceration or some other wound of some sort, and they've been trying to treat it themselves. Maybe they've gone to ER or to urgent care.
Right.
At what point do they say to themselves, I need to get to the wound center?
You know, really it can be at any point. We would prefer to see people before they have any signs of infection. But obviously if you have any signs of infection, that's definitely a time to get to urgent care, to the ER, and hopefully they can refer them to us for that long-term healing. We usually see our patients on a weekly basis. Sometimes it's biweekly. And then some of our patients that have more of those chronic issues, we'll see 3 weeks, 4 weeks at a time just to follow along and make sure everything's improving.
Really have to guard against infections and toxins getting into the blood,
Right.
don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, because they can go elsewhere in your body.
Exactly. Yes. Once the infection gets through the wound, it can get into your blood, can cause sepsis, and further can cause bone infections.
Yeah.
So getting that localized wound care, taking care of things immediately is a big step.
It's something to take very seriously.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. How did you get into it? I mean, you graduate from Penn's Manor. You go off to school where?
I went to Pitt Johnstown for nursing school, and then I went to Clarion for my nurse practitioner. So I was originally hired and worked on our med-surg floor for 8 years. And at the hospital, that's where you would see a lot of those inpatient wound patients. And I don't know, I love seeing the progress and seeing that tangible, the patient really got better from what we did.
Yeah.
That, and I had met and know all of the girls at the wound center, and the team there is just amazing.
Yeah, so if you were in med-surg for 8 years, you're relatively new at the center, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. I just started the second week of May, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How's it been for you?
It's amazing. It's wonderful. I love going to work every day.
Yeah.
Everybody just has a great outlook on our patient care. Everybody puts the patients first. It's a really great time.
Well, brag on them a little bit.
Yeah, I have to.
You've got some wonderful pros that have been there
Yes.
for a while and a very enthusiastic group, huh?
Yeah, we do. We have a great group. We have some amazing nurses. We have some great doctors that work down there. It's a wonderful team.
Where is it physically located?
We're down at the 119 professional building.
Okay.
Yep.
Very easy to get to.
Yes, very easy.
Yeah. And pretty well state of the art, huh?
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Updated. Everything is state of the art. We use evidence-based practice. We try to always be at the forefront of what's going on in medicine. And yeah.
With a lot of medical care, the progression as new technologies, new medicines, new procedures come through, it's pretty rapid.
It is.
Research is pretty amazing.
Yes.
Is it that way with wound care?
Yes, it is, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be on your toes. We have to always keep learning. Things aren't the same as they used to be. We're always doing, what's new, what does the science say, what do we have to change to make our patients best outcomes.
I would guess then that somebody in your position and anybody else working there would have to really make a great effort to keep up to date on what's new coming.
Yes. Yeah, we do. Yep.
Yeah.
Conferences, things like that. You got to keep learning every day.
Yeah. And success stories everywhere.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So somebody wants to come to the Wound Center, and maybe they've been dealing with something for quite some time. What should they do? Call the IRMC physician care?
Yes, you can go through the physician's number and everything. Or, like I said, if there's an emergent issue, we definitely want people to go to the ER, go to urgent care. Those things are better to deal with immediately.
Yeah.
But we get our new patients in as quickly as possible. We see new patients every day.
Yeah. Rheanna Toy is our guest. She's a CRNP, and we're talking about the Center for Wound Healing and Hyperbaric Medicine at IRMC. So what do you do when you're not at the hospital? What are your hobbies?
Currently, I have a 5-month-old at home, so he takes up a lot of our time.
So much for hobbies.
Yeah, not a lot of hobbies currently. He keeps us on our toes, definitely.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yep.
That's good. And it's a wonderful diversion from what you do every day.
Yes, it is.
Well, it's so good to meet you, and we're happy that you're there and that the Center for Wound Healing and Hyperbaric Care is operating at IRMC. It's a wonderful asset. People need to take advantage of it.
Yes, it is.
Wonderful. Hey, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. And as long as we're on the topic of healthcare, let's get our health cycle going. We've got Lisa Brady with the House Call for Health from Fox and Sarah Lee Kessler. She has the Health Beat.
An expert on gender-affirming health.